This is the Bauer Unit, which is all this hiking up here. So I plan to, we're starting here, plan to go this way, all the way up. Supposed to be 7 point something miles according to All Trails. We will see. And here we go. So like I said, All Trails says like 7 point something miles. And so I turned my watch on to see what it calculates. Who knows which is accurate or not. But we'll see which is better. So this is the beginning of the Bauer Unit. And I have froze my water bladder, which means that it is a hard lump on my back right now. So as it melts, it'll get softer. But that's what it is. If you'll notice, I also have both the water in this patch today because it is a little bit more of a longer hike. So need the extra water. I always finish my water bladder. That is like a goal for me. I think part of this video is going to be some helpful tips that I picked up as a almost 50-year-old woman who's been hiking all her life. Things that I do. I think most important is obviously having good shoes, because all you need to do is slip on a rock or trip over a tree root, and when you don't have stable footing, the risk of injury goes up. Number 2, obviously good socks. Now I wear toe socks that separate the toes so that they can move freely. You don't want socks that are loose or too bulky, because then you'll rub blisters. And they also have the potential of bunching up in your shoe, and that's just plain annoying. Third tip, and it's for those people who do have sensitive feet. Believe it or not, even though I do walk barefoot, I get sensitive to rocks and stones and dirt and stuff in my shoes. So I've always worn gaiters. These, I can't remember the name. I'll try to put the name when I do the video, edit the video. But I've had them for about, I don't know, 8 years or so. And they're great. I think I've washed them once, so that's probably not the most great thing, but just like you don't wash your shoes very often. I don't wash my gaiters. I love them though. They are perfect. They fit nice and snug around the ankle. And if you get ultras, they have a hook right up here, and then they have the Velcro back here to hold the gaiters in place. So I think that's pretty cool. Obviously, the most important tip is plenty of water. In fact, a lot of times I don't bring snacks. Let's see where we're going. So I'm not turning left, I'm going straight. I don't think snacks are as important because generally people can go a long time without eating. Now, if you're one of those people with a low blood sugar, then you might need extra snacks. I do bring them, however, because who doesn't like a snack when you're getting tired, especially if it's a longer hike. Next tip. I don't know what number we're on. I'm not paying attention to the number. Find a good pack. One that works for you. It took me a long time to find something that works for me because for some reason my shoulders don't tolerate the weight very well. And so I have found that this pack, which you can see covers the front and the back, sits high up on my chest. I think some people would call it like a runner's pack, but I got it from REI a few years ago. I really like it because it has a ton of pockets, so I can bring my first aid supplies, my snacks, my water, everything I need. And it fits so close to the body that it really doesn't, it's not uncomfortable. But that's what works for me. I know some people prefer backpacks. Works for them. I like this pack. So I don't know if you know this, but in Texas state parks, they allow hunting. And some of the parks close when it's hunting season and allow people to come in and hunt. It's part of wildlife management. It's actually essential to keeping healthy wildlife. And so you might come across a deer blind sitting on the side. And not quite sure what number I'm on. 6 something. Is obviously, especially if you're in Texas or one of the southern states in the summer, and you're one of the crazy ones that gets out and hikes during the summer. Side note, I truly believe people can adapt to the hot weather. And if you're new to Texas and you come from a colder state, you may not have adapted yet. So the idea of hiking in the summer is not very appealing. But sun protection. I also bring sunblock with me, so I put that on. Tar stick, sunglasses, sunblock. Some people wear like long sleeves and pants. I climbed up here away from the trail, which is running around there, to pee. So I thought I'd show you my next tip that I do. So when you get your trail map, oops, a torch. When you get your trail map, especially in Texas, they're huge, okay? Whole thing. So I know I'm hiking this area, so I don't want to fold it up and have to look every time. So this is something I've been doing for a long time. What I do, I take the map, I locate the area that I want to hike on, and I try to isolate that area, okay? So I fold it goes like this. So I'd already folded it in the truck. Fold it so that I have the area that I'm hiking isolated. And I usually turn it like this so it's easily to pocket. And then every time I need to reference it, it's just easy to open. See? Another tip about hiking in Texas is that we have snakes, if you haven't heard. What is the phrase? Oh, I won't say it on here. It's not very kid friendly. So you'll notice we have oak trees and they shed their leaves in the spring. So this is the color that we see. And if you know anything about snakes in Texas, we have copperheads. And copperheads are venomous and they look just like these leaves. And so you want to be extra careful, especially if you get off trail, like I have here. Oh, busted. That you watch for those copperheads. Last thing you want when you're a couple miles into a trail hiking, enjoying yourself, is to be stung, or bitten, sorry, by a copperhead. They don't sting. They bite. As I mentioned before, I'm hiking the Bauer Unit, which is a separate part of Guadalupe River State Park. In fact, it has a completely different entrance. It's like 20 minutes away. There's no facilities, meaning no bathrooms, no water, no park ranger, nothing. So you have to make sure you take all your water, all what you need, because you won't get it. So, what to carry in your pack? I think it really depends on where you're hiking. I mean, if I was hiking in the mountains where they have freak snowstorms, definitely would carry, you know, like a one of those heat blankets. If I was hiking where there were bears, I'd carry bear spray. But I'm hiking in Texas, where the most dangerous animal I'll probably come across hiking is a snake. And if you stay on the trail, which is what they want you to do, you're less likely to encounter a snake. So, number one, of course, is water, especially in the summer. Now, winter, I may not carry as much water just because I don't sweat as much. I bring a little first aid kit sometimes, or I will bring my tourniquet, but I haven't the last 2 hikes. I know that's not a good thing to do, but it's heavy and bulky, and I've had to carry more water than I usually do, and I've sacrificed the tourniquet for the water. Come to this little, there's the Guadalupe River, and supposedly I'm going to be able to hike down there. Oh, there's a little dog. I don't know if you can see it. So, that's Guadalupe. See the little trail right there? People hiking up there. That's the other side of the park. So, that's where we're going. All right, back to what I pack. So water, I do bring a first aid kit, you know, Band-Aids, alcohol, wipes, Tylenol. I do bring some kind of hand cleaner, whether it be wipes or actual, you know, the liquid hand cleaner. Bring some paper towels in case I need them. Chapstick, sunscreen. Depending on where I'm hiking, I will bring bug spray. But in the summer in Texas, if you stay on the trail, you don't get far off where it's denser foliage, mosquitoes aren't going to be an issue. Of course, hat. I bring my wallet. I don't trust leaving it in my truck. I've been here many, many times, the river. Many times. And I've never seen it this low, in which you could literally cross from the other side, the camping side, the campsite side, the beach side, all the way over here. That is amazing. I've never seen it this low in all the years I've been coming here. I tie-dyed these bandanas myself many, many years ago, and I still have them. I love them. And look. All right, that was enough of a break, and now we're gonna head out again. Okay. This is one reason I did this. So, you can see where I'm at on all trails. Super close to the regular trail. However, I didn't plan to take a shortcut. Just so happened that way I started following a different trail. And, you know, this is where it gets me. Ooh. See these little things? Those are evil. Now, I have a wildlife biology degree, and part of that degree was doing some wildlife management stuff, what I call it, stuff. And those little cactus became my nemesis where we were working. Ooh. Because they're little, they're sneaky, and they like to grow against trees. So, me skimming along trees with my arms up, trying to avoid debris, and wow, cheated on the trail. Not my favorite thing to do, but it was fun. Nancy, well, I should have taken that route up over here, come back, and now I'm here. So we'll see how many miles it is. Cheat a little bit. Here we go. I know I'm not the first or the last person to use that little trail, and it was pretty clear. It wasn't like I was having to cut any trees or walk over anything. It's a very clear-cut trail. Tip number 30, I don't know. If you can and you're able and your water bladder tolerates it and you're hiking in Texas in the summer when it's very hot, freeze your water bladder. Nothing is better when you're hot and sweaty on the trail than getting a nice cold drink of water. Mine usually stay frozen good 3-4 hours, and getting that nice sip of cold water, it makes a huge difference. Something you don't see very much anymore on new trails. So we're there. So we did all the way down here already, and this is where we crossed over, and then we made our way back. So now we have to go here and up here. That's it. I believe this is the Bauer. It says Philip Bauer House, circa 1878. Log, foshwork, and frame construction to be preserved for future development. It is unlawful. We know all that stuff. Cool. Well, it looks like we made it. And we're at the exit. We started in there. And now we're done. So let's see how many miles my watch says. 7.99. Original plan was 7.2, but my little detours took me longer. Let's see what All Trails says. 8.31. So I'm gonna go with All Trails. Sounds better. Okay, well, thanks for joining me on my little hike, or a long hike. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, like that button, hit the subscribe button and notification button so that you never miss when I put out a new video. And I'll see you in the next video.